Hello. 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 Welcome to our resting place. It's good to see you today. Good to see you today. So, it's November time. What's a better way of getting rid of the cobwebs, blowing off the cobwebs, than a brisk beachside walk? Now, I'm pretty sure I've taken you here before in previous videos, maybe up the other side, but I was driving by and I saw how empty the beach was. I wanted to take advantage of that and take you out for a stroll along the headland. Today was very cold. The wind was definitely cutting. But to me, that was pretty awesome. After being stuck in a bit of a funk for a few days, this was exactly the medicine that I needed. Just to get out and be with nature once again. So I figured that I'll take you along the other side today. I always find that the grass is pretty springy the further up you go. And of course the waves were very, very dramatic the further out to sea you get. In the summertime, the beach is completely ram-packed with tourists. As I've said in previous videos, I feel very lucky to have grown up in this particular part of the world, to have the mountains and the beaches so close, even though we may not prosper in a socio-economic sense. There is always plenty of nature around, and for that I am very glad. I'm very grateful. Growing up, it became your playground. It became a place for you to act out the adventures in your head. It became a canvas for you to paint your own picture on, your own story, your own narrative. And when me and my friends used to go on bike rides and adventures together, these places offered us so much imagination and creativity to work with. Just to be surrounded by bright, vibrant colours in a world that's constantly moving and shifting, regardless of the temperament of the weather, regardless of the temperament of nature. There was always joy to be had amongst it, living it, partaking in life. There was always something to explore there was always some new interpretation to give an old fixture. The bonus was finding other animals out there in the wild of nature, whether it be puffins or a roseate tern or the odd stray cats or dogs and mice, slow worms. These were all extra to the narrative that played out during our exploration. And as I walk these paths and walk these routes, it all comes back. The joy and the happiness that the exploration brought me. And I imagine for a few of you, you can relate to that sense. The grass becomes probably the bounciest and springiest I've ever seen in my life. I kid you not. And it would be a prime place to find slow worms and various insects and small rodents. And strange plants and discarded items. Sometimes we'd find like the remnants of a fire from the night before, and people would leave their rubbish, and quite often we'd take those bags of rubbish to the closest bin. One thing that I always appreciate about this part of the world is that the sky is so vast. It doesn't feel like you're hemmed in, that you get a sense of 360-degree views. So I came late afternoon to this part of the walk, hence why the sun is starting to set on the horizon. Quite often you have fishermen perched up on these rocks, fishing for mackerel, fishing for anything they can get a hold of, really. But we as kids used to use these cliff edges to jump off into the ocean, not realizing the immense danger we were putting ourselves into. Stuff that you just wouldn't be able to do these days, that's for sure. I think these days the beach is patrolled in the summertime by lifeguards, both on land and on kayaks. But the ocean is a deep and unfathomable beast, raging against the rocks, swirling and trying to assert its boundaries and its dominance over the rocks, but the rocks stay steadfast. The rocks stay stoic. But still the sea arrives with its whitewash waves. I find it quite hypnotizing in one sense to watch the waves. I find it quite oddly satisfying, to be honest with you. It's just the way that the world turns and moves and everything's in motion. I guess we're about, 40 feet, maybe a bit more, off the ocean, off the sea. And this particular spot we'd always bring our bikes to with our packed lunches and our swimming gear and our crabbing line. And there was always something to explore, something that wasn't normally where it was. Caves to explore, rocky terrain to navigate, verges to traverse. A living and moving beast, finding small pockets of plants and greenery, all wrapped underneath this immense sky. You can see the line work of the rocks over the years as they've turned and compressed as time passes, as the earth's plates shift and move slowly and purposefully. You can see how it's compounded, how it's just layered over and over and over by the different patterns in the rock face itself. And that's where we go to finish up the video. And to me that's fascinating. It's a real, tangible, living way of seeing how time moves on landscape, our history written in the earth, and you can see it by the patterns. You can see it by the movement of the rocks, of the land, of the earth's plates, slowly and purposefully turning over time. I am truly thankful to experience this many times over. I am thankful for you to be here today to experience this with me, my friend. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Your friend, Jamie.